Okay, so I decided to vlog my day today, but for some time now I have been wanting to record myself speaking in English because, as you know, I don't go to school this semester, so I really haven't been speaking in English. And all the content that I consume is in English, but nevertheless I feel like I will lose my ability to speak fluently if I do not practice. Normally I would be talking to myself all day, every day, all the time, but I have not been doing that, so I just figured, let me record a video. Okay, so it's almost 2 p.m. right now. I'm gonna make my lunch. I'm gonna do my skincare because I don't do my skincare in the mornings. I already talked about that. I feel like it's always kind of awkward when a non-native speaker suddenly comes out and speaks in English. It's like, why are you not using your own language? But this is my channel and I can do whatever I want. Now I'm gonna cut my vegetables. Can you see? Can you see? Hey, you know the drill. You know it. And I also love learning new vocabulary in English, so this will also be a trial for me to see whether I have been able to implement all of those new words that I learned over the course of months. I will not be adding subtitles to this video probably because, I don't know, that just seems like a lot of work. So sorry. But it's not like I speak very fast or anything like that, so if you do understand English, you will be able to follow up this video. Okay. Also, I'm so energetic right now because... Okay, that's a very bad angle. I'm in one of those ecstatic moods right now because I have been reading Dostoevsky. Okay, I cannot pronounce Dostoevsky. All of my friends tell me that I pronounce it wrong, and I can't do anything about it. Like, I'm not Russian, although I do look like a Russian. I really don't. I almost dropped it. Okay, can you imagine what would happen if I dropped this bottle of oil onto the floor? Like, it would be a catastrophe. It would be very bad. Okay, now it's time for skincare. My skin has really improved, mashallah, except for this pimple. It's not even a pimple anymore. It sort of is just like a scar at this point because I did play with it a little bit when it first came out. And it has been with us for like 3 months, so I think she's here to stay. She liked the atmosphere and she doesn't want to leave me. Okay, here's me. I literally don't care about what other people would think of me speaking in English. You think I'm pretty, lay your hands on me. So let me quickly tell you about my improved skincare routine because it's sort of different now. Okay, what the fuck? Okay, also I cannot tie my hair, so let's just get on with it. Ah! No! Hayır. Daha kötü oldu. Okay, I don't care. So my skin was kind of bad for like 2 weeks. I first thought that it was a hormonal change because, you know, if you know, you know, I have some problems. I had some problems with my hormones anyway. So I thought it was due to that, but then I kind of reflected for a little bit and realized that it was probably because I have been using the sunscreen that I purchased 3 years ago. Because I'm cimri. Literally, what's the English word for cimri? I don't know. I thought maybe that's what's causing it, so I stopped using it and went to Sephora because I was almost going to have a mental breakdown because my skin really was bothering me. You know, I know that it's normal, but it wasn't actually normal because my skin has never had a disposition towards breaking out or, you know, pimples or anything. It's not even an oily skin. I have really dry skin actually. Anyway, so I was like, what the fuck is going on? I went to Sephora and they had this sale for if you purchase more than 2 skincare products, you get a 20% discount. So I was like, I'm gonna do that. And the guy working there, I actually was at first like, okay, just leave me alone. I just want to browse on my own and just leave me alone. But he was following me like my own tail all the time. So finally I gave in and asked him, what do you think I should do, etc, etc, and then he recommended me products. And at first I didn't trust him because I do that. I have this tendency towards thinking that all the salespeople are trying to get to me and trying to take advantage of me and basically just rob me of all my money. So I really wasn't considering anything that he was telling me, but then I was like, maybe he knows what he's talking about because he's employed here. And then I looked at his face and he had a really kind face. And I formed an emotional connection with him at that spot, and I told him, okay, I trust you, I trust everything you say to me, so please just not recommend products solely because you want me to spend money. I trust you with all of my heart. And I told him I don't like spending money, so please only recommend the products that you really believe in. And he was like, okay, I got you. And we formed an emotional connection. Well, I formed an emotional connection. He was probably like, what the fuck is this bitch talking about? What is she on? I'm just working here. Long story short. Well, this was really not the short version. Long story long. I bought this cleanser. This is an oil-based cleanser. I used to use, well, I still use because I double cleanse. Because he was like, all the Korean chicks are doing this. You know, they double cleanse. They do not get lazy. They first cleanse their face with an oil-based cleanser and then they go with a water-based cleanser again. So it's better. I don't know. I was like, I don't want to do that, you know, I don't want to spend that much time on washing my face. And he was like, you really have no say in that, you have pimples all over your face, bitch. Okay, he was not like that. So I purchased it. I have been liking it. I don't know, maybe my skin only improved due to me stopping using that sunscreen that was bought 3 years ago. I don't know what was I on. No, why would I do that? Okay, now I first cleanse my face with this, then this, okay? Then I use this, wait, what is this? Clarifying lotion, like it's a tonic. I don't know if it's called tonic in English, like it's called tonic in Turkish, I don't care. This, okay. I have been using this since February, so I also bought a new one, by the way, because as I said, they had a discount. Then I bought this serum, which I have been really liking, okay? It kind of illuminates my face, I feel like, and also moisturizes in a really good way. I have also been using the serum that my mother had bought 5 years ago. So clearly I have an issue with expiration dates, but only because it was The Ordinary, I had started using it, even though it's probably no good now. Like, 5 years is a long time. And then I bought this face cream. I had used this face cream back when I was a okay, if there's one word I cannot pronounce in English, there are many words, but on top of my list is the word literally. Like, I just can't do it. My tongue cannot manage that. Literally. Like, I really have to emphasize it, but I don't like emphasizing it. I just want to say it fast, but I cannot say it fast. I cannot even say it slowly. Literally. Okay, I can't, actually. I used this cream when I was a child because I was a beauty guru apparently, and I was actually very interested in skincare, and my skin was amazing when I was a child, so I was like, let's go back to the oldies and let's take some inspiration from Child Dada because she clearly knew what she was doing. Ultra hydrating energy boosting cream, and it does boost my energy. So also I love this t-shirt. I almost didn't buy it because it was kind of expensive, like it was 400 liras, which I think is overpriced for a t-shirt, because in my head it's like, if it won't protect me against cold, then it shouldn't be over 200 liras, but that's not realistic anymore in Turkey because everything is so expensive. So I was like, I don't care, I'm gonna buy it. It looks cute on me. It's from Stradivarius. Okay, I really have a pronunciation problem, but in my defense, I cannot say that word when I'm speaking in Turkish as well. Like Stradivarius. Oradan aldım. I just realized that I did not forget speaking in English, which would only be obvious because I keep reading books in English, I keep listening to podcasts in English, I keep watching TV series in English. The only thing that I wasn't engaging in as an activity was actually speaking in English, and I can do that as well. Okay, I'm not going to be talking in this portion because I have already explained everything, so let me go get my phone and open a podcast. Okay, one thing that I can't do is accents. Like, I literally cannot do any accent. I do not even have an actual accent when I'm speaking in English. I have my own Eda accent. Like, it's not an American accent. It's clearly not a British accent. But I really, really like it when people can suddenly switch their accents, you know, as an imitation form for fun. It's quite fascinating, actually. You know how someone would speak in English and then they suddenly do an accent? I like that. How do they do that? You know, I have this one friend, Jalen, if you're watching this. Tamam mı? Tamam, seni seviyorum. For example, Jalen can do a British accent. She can do all these different accents that are spoken across the United States. Like, I didn't even know that such a thing existed, but one day she came up to me and said, you know how in Brooklyn they have a different accent? And I was like, aren't they all speaking in English? And she looked at me as I was the stupidest person on earth. No, she did not do that. I just felt like that. And she suddenly started doing this Brooklyn accent, which I will never try to do because, you know, I don't even remember what it sounded like, but it sounded very different, you know, very distinct from the English that I was acquainted with. Okay, anyway, shut the fuck up. Oh, by the way, also, I got a cold brew, okay? And, bir dakika, zam ne demekti ya? When I can't remember an English word, you know, in my daily life as well, I immediately open Google Translate and look it up, but I do not really pay attention to the actual translation. I just scroll down and read the definition, and that really makes it stick in my head. Okay, so raise. Mal mıyım ya? Okay, they raised the price. They raised the prices in Starbucks, which was heartbreaking because it was already expensive in my opinion for Starbucks coffee. So I bought this drink with my star, and because I'm a gold member, I was like, I'm gonna take all the advantage I can from Starbucks, and I got a venti size, and because they like me, I think, you know, they like me, they filled my cold brew till here and then added just a little bit of water. I do not get any ice in my cold brew. So this is basically only cold brew, which I'm so happy about, and I'm gonna put it in the fridge and I'll be drinking it for the rest of my day. And I won't be buying another cold brew from Starbucks, unlike what I would have done if I didn't have this, okay? And what should I listen to? I missed speaking in English. Maybe I'll do more of these videos. Like, I only have one more vlog of me speaking in English on my channel. And I remember I had a lot of fun in that vlog as well. In fact, you know, my tipim çok kötü o vlogda. But I didn't care because for some reason when I'm speaking in English, I do not care about anything. I'm like, I'm already doing something that is kind of awkward, so I can do all of these other things that I would slightly be embarrassed about normally. You know what I mean? Okay. Okay, Emma just posted a new episode, so I'm gonna be listening to that because I love her. And I could also listen to Huberman Lab. Okay, we'll see.
Of my favorite fashion event of the year, the Met Gala. I've decided here in New York City to speak to Sergio. All celebrity bookings for Vogue US, UK, Arista, and Virgin Records. But
I mean, I'm not a fashion. I was born in the former USSR. Came in and you see.
Okay, shut the fuck up. Isn't Sergio the coolest name though? You know, it's such a cool name. I had always thought about what my name would be if I was, you know, born abroad in a place where English is spoken. And after years of reflection, I have come to a decision, and that is Isabel. Like, I literally thought this for such a long time. I even tried out signatures with my new name, Isabel, you know. One thing that I haven't made my mind about is whether it would be an Isabel, you know, Isabel with an E, or Isabella. Because Isabel sounds much more sophisticated, but if my name were Isabella, then I could use the acronym Bella. But then I thought, okay, if my name was Isabel, I would still refer myself as Bella, even though it's kind of like cheating, but it's my name. I can do whatever I want. That was a very pointless conversation because I won't be changing my name, obviously, although I could. One day, if I started telling people my name was Isabel, what could anyone do? They couldn't do anything. Like, I think of this a lot. What if I suddenly started lying to literally... I did say literally, okay, it only happened once. What if I suddenly started just lying to everyone that I meet? Now, obviously not to the people who already know me, but... No, how would they know? How would a stranger that I have just met know if I told them I was abducted at 8 years old, my name's Isabel, I have moved here from Spain? Like, how would they know? Okay, maybe they would ask me if I did know Spanish, but then I could tell them that I was raised in an English-speaking household and my parents were immigrants, and then, okay, you know, I could make up a whole story. Like, what if I were a pathological liar? But that would be so exhausting, and I really like who I am, so why would I change it? There's this personality disorder in psychology called fugue dissociative personality disorder, in which you one day wake up and create yourself an entirely new identity, and you fully become immersed in it, that you do not remember anything about your past life, you know, your actual life, and then you just start living as this persona that you created in your own mind. It's crazy. And then over time, just as suddenly as it emerged, it just disappears. Now we can cook. Okay, let me not film when I'm cooking because I realize that I talk a lot and it takes a lot of time when I talk this much to get anything done. So I'll see you when I have prepared my meals. Mwah. It's burning.
Or invite somebody to the Met, or bring them to an event. Like, talent has even more influence now than ever before because they have their own 300 million followers. Doesn't mean that video you see on Instagram or TikTok, people take.
The most helpless feeling is knowing that an eggshell has fallen into your omelet and not being able to find where it is. I want to cry. Like, I saw it falling down, but it just got lost. And it's somewhere in there. I just don't know where. So, literally, when I'm eating my egg, I'm gonna take a bite of it, and there will be a crack sound. Ah! Disgusting. Okay. I literally hate this about eggs. There will be a crack sound, and it's gonna be bad. Like, it is gonna be bad.
Without a cover star, where like Courtney Love literally admitted to like taking, have to tell me in advance.
That's true. Such a. I think a lot of people look at something like
The world is so fucking dark.
Yeah.
Right? Like if this is it's just people having a good time.
Yeah.
Like coming to the Met, seeing what people are wearing, like
It's
I
fun.
don't care what anyone's wearing. I would be watching you on live stream.
Yeah.
I would be watching you and Jack.
I prepared all of my meals. They look very delicious. They look kind of boring though. Lately, I have been feeling like I'm kind of getting sick of all the meals that I'm eating because I just have been eating the same things for such a long time. But you know, nothing else really interests me either. It's not like I crave something but I decline it for myself and just keep eating the same thing. It's like I kind of feel uninspired about trying something new. I don't know, we'll see. I am hungry though, so the main point is that I get all the nutrients that I need and not feel hungry anymore. Now I'm gonna watch something educational, okay? Because again, the same thing, you know, none of the TV series interests me, and I really did try to find a show that I enjoy, but whenever I'm watching something, I'm just kind of like, this is so stupid. I don't want to be watching this. So lately, I have been choosing videos on YouTube about anything really. For example, yesterday I watched a video about ultra-processed food, and I always feel so good after watching these kind of videos. For example, a few days ago, I also watched this seminar talk on addiction and how getting addicted to a substance, you know, specifically drugs, but he was also mentioning other kinds of addictions, from video games to porn to smoking, and how the addictive brain actually becomes different from a normal one, and all those neural circuits becoming altered, and how it's some sort of plasticity on the brain, but obviously in a negative sense because you lose some neurons, you lose some circuits, you enhance some circuits that are related heavily on dopamine systems, and that's actually how addictions formed. Anyway, it was very, very nice. So now all I have to do is find another talk like that, and then... By the way, I hate having to choose something to watch. Like, I just want what I will watch to be ready and not think about it and not waste any further time, because, you know, already preparing all of this food takes time, and I don't want to spend time. I want to spend all my time reading my book, Crime and Punishment, which I'm loving right now. Like, really just loving. Okay, maybe I'll watch this video about the evolution. Yeah, that sounds good. See you soon.